You know, Crazy Town got to be known because of the Joe Biden extended edition. That was the all-timer of all-timers. I don't know that this is going to overtake that, but this is definitely an all-timer as well. Roll it, G.
Cleaner water, less expense, available and affordable internet. These are the things that working families need. Making infrastructure more resilient, and the climate crisis much more in our minds is how do we deal with it. And the bottom middle do well, the wealthy do very, very well.
What's for sure?
Nobody.
What?
Nobody gets hurt.
Who?
My concerns are deep and I'm very concerned. And we all know why. Look,
Most votes ever.
I understand
Most votes ever. Absolutely nothing.
that there are, it's almost, I mean, it's just, well, I should not characterize it beyond that. I continue to be an optimist. As I told you, I was once referred to by a doc as a congenital optimist. From the time I announced my candidacy, about bringing the country together and doing things in a bipartisan way, it was characterized as a relic of an earlier age.
I'm just sort of turning to the
I'm sorry, go ahead. I think over the next month, which is the way it's going to work, they vote on all these amendments, and then they get to the business of seeing how they can make it work and then come back. I know you understand this well, but the public wonders what we're talking about sometimes. We've done everything in our power. Well, I shouldn't say there's probably more. We will do more. The death rate is 1/50th, or I don't hold me to the number, but significantly lower than when I inherited this job. When I inherited the coronavirus pandemic, when I first got elected. So the thing that I continue to hope
To forget things.
that people
I feel bad
will
for the translator when he goes abroad. How do you
overcome their fears. That's why I'm hoping that the FDA will say that we permanently approve of these vaccines. I was setting up, stadiums, sports stadiums, and we're doing thousands of vaccines a day.
Really?
And
you were driving.
I wish I
18
could have thought of something beyond what we've thought of that make everybody want to get the vaccine. And I think that I'm going to use, and I anticipate that it's probable that the Defense Department will, as they put in place all the mechanisms needed to be able to, in fact, impose or initiate a mandate for all regular forces and reserves to get vaccinated. But I continue to be hopeful. You see, I had a long talk, not long, I had a talk with Governor Asa Hutchinson.
Are there lessons learned from that agreement that can be applied to voting reform, police reform, or LGBTQ civil rights?
By you guys or by me?
By anyone.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't kid, because I was just reading about 50 statements from very serious press people about how my whole plan was dead from the beginning. As I said, and I'm not referring to you in particular, just overall. I was going over some of the quotes from the moment that I got elected, how my plan was dead. I know a lot of people, some sitting in the audience here, didn't think this could happen. This bill's declared dead more often than anyway. The death of this legislation was mildly premature, as reported. You tired of hearing me say that? I know. Call people in. No, let me finish it.
One of the Democrats through the years that you spoke with about infrastructure the most was Andrew Cuomo. How would you assess his 10 and a half years as governor of the state?
In terms of his personal behavior or what he's done as a governor?
What he's done as a governor.
I thought he's done a hell of a job. That's why it's so sad.
He's leaving in 14 days.
I'm not going to comment any more on Andrew Cuomo.
Can you really say that he has done, quote, hell of a job if he's accused of sexually harassing
Now, look,
women?
you asked two different
on the
questions.
job?
I asked the substantive, should he remain as governor, is one question. and women should be believed when they make accusations that are able to, on the face of them, make sense
Reid,
and
too.
investigate it. They're investigated, and the judgment was made that what they said was correct. That's one thing. The question is, did he do a good job on infrastructure? That was the question. He did.
How did he do as a
bridge after
governor?
his-
No, the question was, correct me if I'm wrong.
down.
It's falling apart.
Infrastructure.
How was he as a governor general?
Well, the
Outside of his
governor
personal
generally,
behavior.
obviously,
Outside of his personal behavior.
outside of his personal behavior. Okay.
That's what he said, Joe.
No, I'm not. I was asked a specific question.
Okay.
I'm trying to answer specifically. What do you want to ask me specifically?
Well, I'd like to ask you about infrastructure as well. Given that you have said this is such an urgent bill that needs to be passed, why not have the House take it up immediately for a vote?
I wasn't listening.
We'll get it done.
So we're talking about personal behavior. He's 50 out of 50 governors, but in terms of infrastructure, he's number one.